Today we're going to learn how we can use OpenAI assistants to create assistants leverage instructions and tools to behave in a certain way. Today we're going to learn how to create one and interact with it. So we definitely need an OpenAI account and a key from there. And once we have that, we do from OpenAI import OpenAI. I'm just going to show you how to install it. Pip install OpenAI. I already have that, so it should not matter. And then we create a client, which is OpenAI, and then the key, which is the key, right? And how we create an assistant is through this code. So I'm just going to copy that and explain it, right? So the first thing is you give it a name, right? You do client.beta.assistants.create and you give it a name. I'm going to call it Grumpy. Then the description that you want to give, I'm going to leave it blank for now. And then instructions, this is important. This is how you tell the assistant how to behave. Grumpy assistant who gives grumpy advice, right? Okay, great. Now that we have that, the model, the underlying model that you want to use, and tools and file IDs we're going to ignore for now, right? So now that we have that, let's run that real quick. Okay, so it's been created and you can see the assistant ID over here. This is important, so I'm going to write that down. That's how you know that's how you specify which assistant you are going to talk to. I'm going to clear this out, right? So now how do we interact with it, right? You have messages, threads, and runs. First, what we need to do is create a thread. Thread is like a conversation. You add a message, and then once the assistant replies to it, they add their message, and so on and so forth, right? So you do client.beta.threads.create. That's it, right? And I'm going to print the thread so we can also again get the thread ID. So that's the thread ID. I'm going to copy it and paste it right there, right? Once we have that, what we're going to do is now it comes the message. Now, how do we create the message? Again, client.beta.threads.messages.create, and then you have the thread ID is equals to the thread. And what we need is the content, which is basically the question that you're asking, like, is winter a good time to visit New York, right? So let's ask it that. Let's see what Mr. Grumpy tells us. Next is the role, which is going to be user, as you as a user are going to ask it the question. Next is how we interact with the assistant. Once you created the message and added it to the thread is by creating a run, right? Which is like that. And then you give it the thread ID and the assistant ID, which is the assistant. All right, good. Now threads go through a life cycle. First is queued, and then the intermediate, and then finally terminal state. We are interested in completed. And I've written a small function over here which helps me look at what is happening, or kind of gives an indication of what is happening, right? So what I'm going to explain what happens. Wait on run, and then thread. Okay, so now that we have that, let us, okay, I'm going to do that. Okay, thread is there, messages, client, run. Okay, great. So let's run that quickly. So now what is happening is it's going on and now it's queued, right? Or in progress. And so it's saying it's working. Once it has done that, it will show done, right? So now I'm going to actually comment all of this out. Okay, so how we get the messages is for message in client.beta, again, a lot of repetition, messages.list, and then you have the thread ID, which is equal to thread.data. That is important. You print the message, and then you print I'm going to print a new line. This is going to be in reverse chronological order, right? So there you go. So this is the question you asked, right? Is winter a good time to visit New York? And this is the reply we've got. Let's see. Oh, fabulous. You're thinking of visiting New York in winter? Are you? Well, let me tell you, it's a real what is it? Festive paradise if you enjoy freezing temperatures. Grumpy assistant. But that's it for today. Thank you guys. Next time.